Your views and comments are welcome on the program. Remember to like our Facebook page and our YouTube channel and be the first to see as it happens. Watching TV on the go. ZimdiTv, building bridges.
Good evening to you all. I was elected to represent the people of Harare West constituency in the National Assembly, which was the first time that there was a constituency created called Harare West constituency, as you may recall. Before 2008, there were 150 constituencies in terms of the constitution, and a constitutional amendment was effected, which then created new constituencies, one of which is Harare West, which came out of the former Harare North, which was split into 3. And I was privileged to be elected to represent on the movement for democratic change led by the late Morgan Tsvangirai. May his soul rest in peace. I became the first member of parliament for Harare West constituency. And since then, I have been, to the best of my ability, discharging my duties as member of parliament in an attempt to represent the will of Harare Westerners. And they have now come to be called Harare Westerners, and I'm glad they are known now all over the country. And I am indeed grateful, and I feel honored to serve them in parliament. In my re-election in 2013, signaled their confidence in me to continue to represent them as their member of parliament. And in my tenure as member of parliament, I've been privileged to be able to serve not only my community in which I live and I grew up in, but also my nation at the highest levels. It is through them that I have also been privileged to even lead as one of a group of the 25 select members of parliament, the constitution making process that in my view is one of the greatest achievements that this country has had. It is because of the people of Harare West. And as we come to the close of this 8th Parliament of Zimbabwe, I have been seeking re-election to represent Harare West constituency under the banner of the Movement for Democratic Change Alliance, usually called the MDC Alliance. However, sadly for me, in this primary election, I have noted several factors that I cannot ignore, which I have highlighted to my party, the Movement for Democratic Change, which I honestly believe constitute a manipulation of the party's guidelines towards a fair outcome in those primary elections, to the extent that, in my view, and regrettably so, that the will of bona fide, genuine Harare Westerners will be lost in that process. And in the light of this, I wish to advise that to Harare Westerners, because they have placed my confidence in me, that I withdraw with a heavy heart my candidature for the MDC Alliance under the MDC Alliance for Harare West constituency. In other words, I'm not going to be seeking the MDC Alliance ticket in the primary elections because of the reasons that I have given in detail to my party. And I want to say to Harare Westerners, because I'm one of them and they are near and dear to me, that I want to assure them that I continue to have their interests at heart. And as always, I believe that together we will always forge a way forward for the best of our community. And I will be communicating with them, because the reason I put myself forward to serve my community is that I truly want Harare West and everyone who lives and works in Harare West to have access to the best possible life that the constituency and Zimbabwe promises them, and to ensure that in the national arena in parliament, I continue to push their interests, and I continue to have that interest. I thank you.
By withdrawing, Honorable, are you going to continue in politics, or you are looking for greener pastures, or you are going back to your role full time?
Look, I continue to practice the law, but I am sure I find it I think, difficult or maybe impossible for anyone to withdraw from politics. I believe every one of us is a political animal. We participate in politics even when we're not thinking about it, either passively or actively. So I am not withdrawing from politics. It's just, I think breathing itself is a political activity.
Okay, so by withdrawing from the primary elections, are you still going to continue as member of MDCT, and which one?
I am a member, I beg your pardon, of the Movement for Democratic Change, the MDC Alliance. I am a member of that. I have not surrendered or relinquished or withdrawn my membership of the party. What I have withdrawn from is a race that I do not consider to be a genuine and bona fide race for contest as a member of, as a candidate for the party. That is what I have withdrawn from.
Can we say you've been bullied out of the primary elections?
I don't know if I can say I've been bullied, but what I have experienced is that I have not, in the way that the contest that I put in quotations has been run, it's being done in such a way that I have not, even as a sitting member of parliament and as a politician, been afforded an opportunity to actually compete for the hearts and minds of those people who will vote in the primary election. So because I believe that the political arena and political activity is not a game. It's not it's not just something that we do. I take it seriously, and I am sad that things have turned the way that they are, that I do not feel that this is honestly a contest. Like I said, it's I find that it's a manipulation in a particular direction, and I cannot with a clear conscience continue to participate in that. I think it is best. I think it is time for me to let it be.
My last question, are you going to support anyone who is going to stand under the MDC Alliance ticket in Harare West come 2018 elections?
I cannot say that I'm going to support anyone who will stand under the MDC ticket, because as I've indicated to you, I have very serious misgivings that I have developed around the manner in which the selection is going to be done. And my chief motivation is my concern that because of the way that this contest in quotations is being done, in my very respectful and very considered view, it is not being conducted in a manner that will give an opportunity to the real and the bona fide residents of Harare West to be able to decide. And I am also one of them. So I'm doing this from a point of principle. But I do say that, look, as I did indicate to my party, I do wish the best to those who will continue to run in the race, as it's called. I wish them the very best, and that's the beauty of being in a country with a democratic dispensation. Everybody is free to who wants to run for office to attempt to run for office. But that is what I will say.
Are you not letting down the people of Harare West? Have you chosen to align with the maybe inefficiencies or the manner the elections are going to be conducted against the wishes of the people that you so wish to serve and that you have been serving? You have decided to draw them at the expense of the rules and regulations that have been set before you.
Thank you for that question. What I'm actually saying is that there are rules and regulations that have been set, parameters set by my party for regarding how these elections should be conducted, and regarding the qualifications, the criteria about who it is, who's qualified to even stand, and the manner in which it is being done. For me, my key cause of concern is that, and which I have said to my party, that I'm not happy with the manner in which those very rules that are set have been disregarded. So I have not decided to leave the rules aside. I'm in fact doing this on behalf of the rules, and my concern is that the net effect of departing from the criteria that we set as a party and that was agreed to is actually to undermine the chances of the people of Harare West to actually participate in selecting who it is who represents them for my political party.
on the other side, you are a lawyer. Champions don't quit. And here you are announcing your departure from the candidate.
It is true. It is true. One may be able to view it as such, but what I have done is to withdraw myself from the race for the party ticket, because that race is it's an extremely unfair race. That makes it not a race at all. In my view, it's more or less become like a game of chance, a lottery, where you pick your hat out of. The rules are changing every time, and it's extremely difficult to participate in something like that with a clear and open conscience. If we would just follow the rules that we set for ourselves, it makes life easy and fair for everybody else. So I have taken this decision it's a conscientious decision that it does not make sense to me. It quarrels with me to continue to participate in something that I can see it is just not going according to the rules that we set for ourselves, and just the basic standards and decency for what an electoral contest should be about. I have no choice but to do this.
Are you privy to share with us what is forming the quorum that's making the rules that you are not happy with?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a dictatorial tendency, or there's a group of people that are pushing their own agenda, and your voice was not heard during the process? What exactly is the position?
Okay. The position, as I will reiterate, is that the rules are there. The rules are perfectly fine.
The rules?
The party, my party, is making the rules. The rules are in place. They are very clear as to what it is that must happen. But what I have experienced in this particular race is that those rules have been discarded. They are just, they've just been set aside, and this is what I'm unhappy with, because we set about to conduct selections according to the rules that we set. The rules they're fine, they're perfect. That is why the party agreed on them. But to my concern and dismay, those rules are not being followed. So I wonder then it's not, because if we agree to conduct ourselves in a certain way, then we must conduct ourselves. If we then conduct ourselves differently, then the exercise becomes different, and that I personally cannot continue to participate in.
Have you ever informed your party leadership about your position?
I have communicated to me.
The reception?
I have not received a response yet, but I have indicated to them that, look, I have lost interest in the party ticket, and I will not be seeking it because of those reasons that I have explained, that I do not regard the process as one that allows a fair contest, and ultimately does not allow like I said, the bona fide residents of Harare West to be able to express who it is that they want to represent them freely and fairly on the ballot paper.
Will you still continue supporting Nelson Chamisa as the presidential candidate for the MDC Alliance?
I will do so.
Would you say there is a harmony in the MDC leadership? Here you are talking about flouting of the rules and regulations that have been set before the party candidates, and also Madam Kobe is out of MDC, highlighting similar issues as well of flouting the constitution of the party.
What I can, I can only speak about my own remit and my own mandate as Member of Parliament for Harare West constituency. I do not have the brief to speak on behalf of other members of the party, and I think you will understand that. I speak about what I know about and what I personally experience.
Is there harmony in the leadership?
I'm not, I have not unfortunately gone around trying to see what the leadership is like. My concern is very specific. It's about my it's about my experience with the process of the selection process in the party, and not about the leadership. It is about how the primary elections are being or are going to be conducted.